Have you ever walked into a traditional carpet shop? If you have, then you know the feeling. It is as if you've just stepped into a garden filled with flowers of every color imaginable. Sometimes there are animals, and sometimes there are people. Hand-woven carpet is an ancient art form that is most famously from this country, Iran, the land of Persia. But how are these magnificent pieces of art made? Today, we talk about the art of hand-woven Persian carpets. Persian carpets are famous for their intricate design, their quality, and of course, their incredibly high price tags. Until the end of this video, you will know why Persian carpets are so expensive, and I hope you will have a new appreciation for this handicraft. The process of making a carpet could take from months to years, depending on a lot of factors like size, number of colors used, the number of knots that should be tied, and how many people work on the same carpet. But everything starts the same, choosing the pattern and the colors of the carpet. Carpets come in so many different patterns and designs that at first might seem very random. However, through time, some features of design have emerged from different parts of Iran, making each type of pattern famous for that part of the country. For example, these patterns are called lachak toranj, and they mainly come from Isfahan. You can recognize these designs from the prominent central floral patterns, the toranj, and the repeating design on the edges, the lachak. But these designs are totally different, and they are made in nomadic tribes of Iran. Carpet patterns are a vast world to themselves and are worth exploring, but how are the patterns and colors presented at first? Traditionally, carpet designers drew the pattern carefully on a sheet of grit paper and then colored them by hand. But nowadays, computer programs take care of preparing the patterns for you. Using these programs, the designers can convert images into carpet patterns, select and limit the colors used in the carpet, and export and print what is called a carpet map. Carpet maps look like this. They look like a pixelated, low-quality picture, because essentially, they're exactly that. The patterns are made of small squares that are put next to one another, with each having a specific color. Each of these squares represents a single knot that the weaver must knot on the loom. Aside from these types of carpet maps, there is also another kind of map that looks much less pretty, but is more convenient. It looks like a spreadsheet of numbers with each number pointing at a certain color. When the maps are ready in full color, it means that you know exactly what color threads are needed for the carpet. So it's time for the next step, coloring the threads. Traditionally, coloring is done using natural material like plants or in some cases insects. Also, mineral colors are considered natural as they can be found in nature in the state that they are. Once the threads are colored, the weaving of the carpet can begin, right? Not so fast. Before the actual weaving can happen, the loom of the carpet needs to be prepared. The loom of the carpet is a wooden or metal rectangle that the carpet is woven on. Using hand or a machine, the warp of the carpet is a span across the loom. The number of the warps and the distance of them is decided based on the carpet map. Simply put, when there are more warps close together, the carpet becomes more detailed, as there can be much more knots in the same amount of space. That's how the resolution of the carpet is increased, and of course, it would take much longer to finish that carpet. In this example, you can see two carpets with the same pattern but different resolutions, which is obvious from the back of the carpet. The one with the smaller knots is more detailed and much pricier. When the loom is ready, the weaving can start. Weavers usually begin weaving the carpet from the bottom. They weave one row after the other, looking at the map as a reference. They knot one knot where there is a square on the map. After a couple of rows, they tap the rows with a special equipment to align them together and compress them into a tight and compact texture. Also, sometimes they need to shear the carpet to make all the knots the same length and keep the carpet completely uniform. Carpets can be woven by one person or several working together to complete it faster. For example, when two weavers are working together, one takes the lead and reads the map aloud. Usually, carpets are symmetrical, so the map from one side is exactly the map from the other side, but reversed. Each of the two weavers starts weaving from one side, and as one reads the map aloud, they finish the row in the middle of the loom. Carpet weaving is a standard activity among many Iranian rural areas, villages, and nomads. It is also popular in certain cities around Iran like Isfahan, Tabriz, and Shiraz. In villages, often families weave carpets together. The truth is that weaving a carpet needs a lot of patience and perseverance, and it can really take a toll on your body and your eyes going from knot to knot. So carpet weavers really put their health on the line for this precious handicraft. Months and perhaps years pass until the carpet is finished, and once it is all done, it is time for the finished carpet to be cut down from the loom. This part is a joyous occasion, and it's carried through as a ceremony. When the carpet is cut down, the final touches are applied to make the carpet look clean and finished by shearing the threads into a uniform level. Also, sometimes carpets are not completely flat and tend to have embossed patterns. This 3D effect is done in this stage by cutting the knots shorter in specific places. From here, the carpet is ready to be sold. This carpet, for instance, is priced $3,800 US, and it took a year and a half to weave. Usually, we tend to get lost in the beauty and the value of a hand-woven Persian carpet, and it is so easy to forget about the hands that wove each single knot. And we miss the passion, the love, and in many cases the pain that is present in the carpet just as much as the colors and the patterns. That's why we made this video, to showcase this world that is so often swept under the carpet.